Good evening, D&D fans. Welcome back to the Elland Craft and Tap for week 12, not week 10 like last week, week 12 of D&D and Elland Craft and Tap. What's going on? So, Kai, what is going on?
No one's passed me a mic from Jacob, did you?
Slight technical glitch, didn't pass the mic.
Join us in, they've come to a hut in the mountains with a fenceless little old lady, and they've broken down the door.
And the walls.
Overturned her bed.
Thrown a stew on the floor.
And then, being attacked by some foals and a chimera. You can take a look at how things are going on the map. That's no good.
She did start it by having a lovely cat.
She had two lovely cats.
Okay.
Because there's the one that the goblin has around his neck.
Is that one of hers as well?
Oh, as far as you know.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Didn't know that.
And there's the one that was under the bed that didn't want to get close to you, but did appreciate the being called nice names and given to you.
Yeah. So we made some progress with the cats, and then we sort of wrecked the joint. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we have flung the magic user about a bit, so it's all good.
Yes.
So, controversies from last week, or issues from last week, we have, obviously I got week 10 twice, so well done for spotting that. So that was week 11, this is now week 12. We had the use of the jug of water, but it didn't work, which was disappointing.
But it was a good idea.
And we managed to break the dungeon.
Yes.
So how did we do that, dear?
Well, normally you spend quite a lot of time, futzing about the place.
Yes.
And then you don't manage, and so there's a limited amount of stuff you need to get to. I expected some more talking to people, maybe haggling with the previous quest giver to get more gold.
Oh, we didn't haggle, did we?
Yeah, you did no haggling,
That's because we're minted already.
Or maybe just wandering around the village, seeing talking to people, asking them about their days, that sort of thing. That's the sort of stuff you normally go. Maybe you might go to a blacksmith, try to get all the wizard or the temple and try and get some of your stuff uncursed.
Yes, that's true. We've got cursed player, we've got cursed stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't buy any healing potions. Didn't buy any supplies.
Probably should have bought some healing potions.
Didn't talk to anyone. So yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, and so then you got to this hut, and there was a sign on the door saying this area is under construction. Please come back next week.
So we missed out on the role play for all those sub issues and subplots, and just crashed straight on. That really doesn't sound like us. After a year and a half playing here, it really doesn't sound good. Yeah. Because the subplots and the messing around is part of the game.
It definitely is the main part of the game.
Well, when talking to people, especially people who haven't played before, it's not just Warhammer, it's not just a series of combats, it's about role play as well. Mm-hmm. And normally we do too much role play, if anything. Not enough pressing on. Yeah. But last week was the example of pressing on and not doing enough role play, because we didn't get the healing potions, we didn't get any curses removed, we didn't get any magic items made by the blacksmith. Mm-hmm. I particularly like making magic items for Alf, because then obviously his character loses them, which is making good role play. Anyway, enough of this. Time to introduce our player of the week. And returning after a barnstorming 97 views on his week before is Jacob.
Hey, hello.
Let me pass the mic to him.
Glad to be back.
Yes, good to
so
have you.
You are the member of our most popular show, so congratulations.
Naturally.
Yes, excellent to have you back. How are you enjoying the game so far?
Yeah, it's going really fun. Can't wait to get Thor into the action.
Well, is he not busy tearing a wall down?
He is, but he's getting there. The hall's not quite big enough for him yet.
Right.
Well, one more well-placed smack.
Very good.
I believe you have some show and tell for us this week.
We do. So outside of D&D, I'm quite a big fan of Lego, and I obviously just jumped at the chance when I got the chance to put the two together by buying the official Dungeons and Dragons set. So here I've got some of the monsters from the set. There is a red dragon that comes with the set, but it's way too big for me to bring in.
Okay, well, we'll have to petition for you to bring it in a couple of weeks' time.
Or you could, I believe what we said was you were going to record a short at home, so it should be a short go.
I could do either, yeah.
Very good.
But here we have a gelatinous cube and an owlbear. This is a displacer beast.
Giddy.
classic Dungeons and Dragons monster, a beholder.
So the best thing, a DM tip for new DMs, the best thing to do to freak your party out at any stage is to say, the room looks remarkably clean.
Yeah, that's a good
You
one.
don't have to have a display to be, so you can just have a mop and a bucket. But if you say, this room looks remarkably clean, I don't think of a player who doesn't think straight away to that this kid. That's excellent fun.
And also, Julian's cubes are just excellent fun even if they are there.
Even if they are, even better still. But yes, they bring an impending sense of doom.
So I remember a rather fun experience I had quite early on in your campaign with Julian's cube.
There was a. This is if you look up 7-year-old DM on Twitter and Blue Sky, try out your DMs and they give ideas and tips for the 7-year-old DM is their brand. And one of them, so was an encounter I incorporated into my campaign, was a Julian's cube with a magic sword inside it. When the player a magic sword lying on the ground of the dungeon. When they reach it, they discover it to be inside Julian's cube.
Of course, I went straight for the sword.
Pretty.
Once they pull the sword out of said cube, they discover it to be a mimic.
Yes.
That is one of my favourite encounters.
Yes, I mean, that was
Definitely
really
look up 7-year-old DM on Twitter. So yes, I think that's probably all for us this
So
week.
tune in next week, like and subscribe, and keep the numbers coming up. And then any questions fire us any questions you've got, and hopefully we'll do our best to answer them. And if we can't, we'll just make something up.
Yes, you can comment on the YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. Also follow us on our Facebook page. See you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Good night. And keep